It's a pleasure to be at the foot of the mountain here this evening. And the Bulldogs have taken the track inland. And they're on the home turf here of the Panthers. And leading out his side is Damien Moana. Chris Lord there lining up at lock, and a very strong bench as well here for them this evening. Thomas Wallace electing to come off the bench here, the captain choosing. And here's John Boy Maiava leading out his Panthers side here this evening. Vice captain by Lonnie Lawrence, who's lining up in the front row with Sabbath Tour as well. A very strong starting forward pack. Eddie Oliver, as always, to the SRL community. Welcome back. And joined by Liam Ryan up in the box in here with me this evening.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. It's an absolute pleasure to be here tonight. We've obviously got a huge clash ahead of us. These two clubs, absolutely huge rivals. You got these two captains of these clubs, obviously former teammates. It's going to be an absolute cracker tonight.
Absolutely, won a premiership together, brothers in arms at one stage, but tonight they're going to be rivals, and they're going to be at each other's necks. It's going to be good to see them clash, I'm sure, and Kobe Johnston to return the ball up off the back fence. Winding it up the backfield, and there's Maiava now just being brought down 35 out here from their own line. The Bulldogs going to shift it early to the right and handing it off to Damien Moana, who's just going to carry the ball up in the middle, moving back to the halves this season in the SRL. Now they come right, and they're going to play it back on the inside. Johnny Columbus winding up downfield over the halfway mark now. Trying to find his front foot. Now they're going to come right again, and they're going to play it out to the wing of Smith. And Smith is brought down just short of that 40-metre line. 10 metres inside of the Panthers half, the Bulldogs. Punting the ball downfield through Chris Lord. A solid kick, but Casey K trying to return it strongly, and he's brought down outside of the 20. Not the best of kicks there from Lord, but the kick chase made it all worthwhile.
Yeah, it was a great kick chase from the Bulldogs there. They hustled up and made sure KCK had no room there to move about. We know he's class. You can't give him any space on those kick returns.
And a good inside ball there from Dom Stromandinoli, trying to use the forwards to work through the middle. This time he elects to go at the back here to Maiava. The Panthers electing with those centre primary second rowers here this evening. We'll have to see how the game unfolds, if they're going to benefit from it. And Bunty Cambola now. Good kick return. Trying to get past Casey K at the back, but he wraps him up well over the 30. A good kick return there from the winger. Now they're going to come left to a flat-footed Jack Tedesco. But he'll hold on to his own. He's actually going to play the ball where it originally was passed from. Filippo Gould straight through a beautiful hole. He had no supporters up with him, so he's just going to have to take the tackle now. But it's third tackle, and they're inside of the Panthers half. The Bulldogs, they're going to come right, and they're going to play it inside now to Johnny Columbus. That would have been an interesting foot race. Casey K and Columbus, there would have been some room out the back for him. Now they come left. The short ball underneath to Cameron Hodgson, and it'll be brought down just over the 30 now. 55 gained here for the Bulldogs in this set. 5 minutes gone in the first half. They're going to punt it down to the corner. Moana, he leads the chase. And, here we go. Kamene trying to turn him inside out. But the man who kicked the ball comes in to save the day with a crucial tackle. And now they're up on the 35 here, the Panthers. It's third tackle coming up to 6 minutes gone. Now they come right. It's going to be Kyle Lewis now, just up over that 40-metre line, driving there with his legs. A good run there from the number 7. They're going to come back left, flat-footed here, Sabbath Tour. And these runs are just absolutely non-existent from the Panthers. Not much energy at the moment in that set, coming out of yardage. And a ricochet ball knocked on. The skipper got in the way. And we just mentioned the lack of energy that they're showing. And the careless ball from dummy half. The captain, not having an awareness of what the play was on, got in the way. And now the Bulldogs, they're on the front foot. Chris Lord fending off one. He goes straight past the skipper there as well. An error, and then also a missed tackle there from Maiava. They're going to go back down the short side, trying to target him. They didn't play it short, but they go to Hustler, and Hustler's going to be brought down inside that 10-metre mark. Coming back towards the centre of the field now, Maiava. Short from Jackson. He had an option on his outside, not used him. They put him onto his back, and they're flat down the short side. Tedesco, players getting onside from the Panthers. They go there. Hodgson driving one-on-one. They're going to not get around the legs, and he'll get over for a try in the corner. Monkey wants to take it up to the bunker to review, but it's pretty much a try.
Yeah, that one's a try. Absolutely. A try from the Bulldogs second rower, Cameron Hodgson. They've had a great start to the game, the Bulldogs, and this is an absolutely well-deserved try off the
Yeah,
back of the Penrith error.
the game got into the grind early, and you mentioned it there, Liam. Reading my mind, it all came off of an error from the captain, John Boy Marva, and then also just continued going in a downward direction there for the Panthers. The line break from Chris Lord. Once again, the skipper not making his tackles. Moana's going for a very wide kick here, not being able to convert. Unsuccessful. 4 points to nil. The Bulldogs do get first points on the board.
Yeah, that was a great try from the Bulldogs there, and yeah, we've certainly they've started the game well, and they'll be looking to build this momentum.
You'd have to think that they're going to want to try and continue this points trajectory of going upwards. And Kobe Johnston winding up once again. He's got no fear, the man. Always carries the ball with all that he has. Now it's first tackle. Left they come. Short ball to Hodgson, your previous try scorer, coming up with a good carry after points. Second now, just up on that 40-meter line. They're going to send it back to this right-hand side, and the short ball underneath there to Filippo Gould, straight through, beats KCK. It's a foot race now with the forwards. The offload to Tedesco. This is going to be a brilliant rugby league try if he could make it, but he's pulled down 10 short. They're set out deep to the left now. Columbus passes. Jackson, he didn't use the numbers on his outside. He held on to it. It's fourth. They're going to bring it back right here now with the block play, and it's going to be Moana who just holds on to it. He loves to run the number 7. Fifth tackle it is now, just in front of the sticks. They're going to put it into the pocket, right-hand side. Jackson puts up the bomb. The chasers are coming. It's going to be a beautiful take there by Ben Cummins, but he's just going to be millimetres inside of the field to play. The Bulldogs have plenty of opportunity now to put on some pressure with their defence.
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant scramble from the Panthers there, and it was well needed. If they concede a try there, they're down 10-0, 11 minutes in, so absolutely crucial they held on there, and they did.
Using their second rowers here, the Panthers trying to get out of their own end. They were looking down the short side, but it looks like that they're going to change it to the early kick. Stremend and Ollie calling for it, yelling at the hooker to give him the ball, and he puts in a beautiful kick, trying to turn the tide with the boot. But Columbus is very good on these kick returns. He goes straight around one. KCK up for the challenge, though. A beautiful read from the Panthers fullback, defensively on point. Oh, Johnston, a strong carry now. This is the energy that the Panthers are missing coming out of their own end, breaking tackles, trying to find your front when it comes to wanting to get as many meters as possible. Third tackle now. They're going to come left, and the long ball, halves linking up. Moana to Jackson. 35 out of their own line, the Bulldogs. They're going to put it into the pocket. They're going to try an early kick of their own. This time it's Chris Lord. Well, he's trying to show Dom Stremend and Ollie up here, but he's not going to get as much distance as the number 6 did. Here comes KCK now. And a good kick return there. Both fullbacks showing off their skills in their returns off of long-distance kicks. And there's Lachlan Sinclair playing at lock here this evening. And they've gone through quite a few locks here, the Panthers, not really able to try and solidify. They had Jackson Allison last season, this time Lachlan Sinclair. It's really been a spot that they haven't been able to find some consistency in on what they want to land on. And Kamene there with a strong carry down the sideline, running about 25 to 30 metres, beating the fullback too. Now this one's going to go to Morrison. He'll play it short off to Lonnie Lawrence, and Lawrence will be brought down just inside of the 20. Settling run there from the Panthers. 3 in the tackle to bring him down. It's 5th now here for them. They're going to put into the pocket for a 5th tackle option. The bomb goes up in the air. Nobody's contesting. My apologies. That is a horrific kick there from the number 6.
Yeah, that wasn't a great kick from the Penrith number 6, Stremend and Ollie. That was not a good kick, and it really gave the Bulldogs a fullback Columbus an absolute heap of time to catch it, and he was under no pressure.
Yeah, the Italian dropped his meatballs with that one. Now it's first. They're going to come right. Moana, the short ball there to Angie Slugger in the second row here this evening, just short of the halfway. It's second tackle. They come right. The flat ball called forward. Tedesco throwing a shocker of a pass, and Lonnie Lawrence starts off the set here for the Panthers in some brilliant field position. Well, the good sides capitalise on these opportunities provided to them, Liam. The Panthers, I'm sure that they'd love to find a try here.
Yeah, they absolutely would. They obviously conceded the first try, and this is really our first attacking opportunity, so they would love to get a try here.
Panthers in the red zone. The captain calls for it. Mayava just running straight into the middle defense there of the Bulldogs. Now they're set up to the left. Flat ball off to Lawrence. Crash dive. Not going to go anywhere. He's just well handled there by Chris Lord in the middle, reading it like a book. And that's a better ball there from Stramandanoli. The beautiful take there by Bunty Cambolo, though. And they're going to need a lot of courage here, the Bulldogs, to get out of their own end. Panthers, can they turn up defensively? Slugger there being brought down just up over that 10-meter line now. Second tackle, they go left. It's the short ball off to Lord. Lord now goes straight through. It's going to hold on to it, though. Smart call, wanting to play the high percentage play. Try and get out of your own end. Don't turn the ball over. Johnston, your ball played off to Hodgson and be brought down on that 40-meter line. Chris Lord went for an early kick this time. It'll be Joseph Jackson. That's not the best of strikes either. KCK collects it on the full. Takes a second to collect himself. He breaks one tackle, but he's brought down by his opposing fullback there in Johnny Columbus. And a good tackle there from him. But the Panthers with the ball up on the halfway. First tackle short now to Sabbath Tua. Slowly working his way downfield. And that's going to be Lonnie Lawrence, a strong run. He breaks one. Oh, the vice captain comes up with a beautiful try from the prop.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful, Eddie. That's absolutely incredible work from the vice captain at Penrith. Lonnie Lawrence, take a bow, son. That is a sensational run. Just splits the defenders, breaks a tackle, and scores right under the post almost.
I can imagine him being in our SRL chat right now, giving it to everyone, especially the opposing players who he broke that tackle off. Two of them that he broke away from. And an amazing effort there from the captain, from the vice captain, my apologies. That's just a prop try any day of the week. And you love seeing those sorts because our props are also underrated. They do so much hard work defensively. And some of them in the competition are able to pull off some brilliant individual plays just like that.
Yeah, the props of our game, they go underrated all the time. And yeah, it's whenever they do get a try, you certainly hear about it because it's hard work for these props, and they're the backbone of these teams.
Yeah, definitely. And just inside of that 10-meter line, Stramandanoli's wants to play prop now. He saw what Lawrence did, and he tried winding it up off the back fence. Interchanges occurring in the background. They're going to come right, and it's going to be the ball at the back to Morrison. Trying to get involved here, Jacob Morrison, but not really doing much with the ball in hand. Then the flat pass, Mahanu Oluolu off to Rusty Shackelford. Brought down up on that 40-meter line. It's third now, and they're set out very wide here. Looking to play through the middle of the Panthers, trying to find KCK, but it gets read well by the Bulldogs' defense. It's fourth tackle now. Just up on the 40-meter line. They might try an early kick here with Stramandanoli. He puts in a shocker of a ball, the Italian. But hang on, Columbus goes into touch. That is not what you want. And a horrible kick just gets turned into pure gold by the opposing fullback in Johnny Columbus.
Yeah, that's not great work from the Bulldogs number one. That's just a bit of inexperience at the number one position. Maybe if he had a little bit more experience, he might have turned it in field and just stopped there and got his meters. But yeah, it gives the Panthers absolutely prime opportunity to make this lead even bigger.
Yeah, we haven't really touched on it, but the different sort of Bulldogs outfit this season, they've lost a lot of quality around the halves and really trusting the young up-and-comings in Joseph Jackson. Moana's had to move back. They lost Hell Yeah. And also, you sort of need a question too. Well, we'll get to it. KCK now with the ball. We'll just get through this set here. The Panthers in the red zone as fourth tackle. They go right at the back. Stramandanoli, short ball picked up by Oos Willis. That's a beautiful read from the prop forward, fresh onto the field. And he just saves an absolute certain try if that ball found a Panther's hand. And Tutuafa there with the run, just 15 meters out from their own line, the Bulldogs. And we're sort of talking about the change in the roster this season. You know, they signed Chris Lord. They've moved away from Kobe Johnston and Moana at lock. And Also, another big change, their fullback, Tataro Maxwell, moving on from the club. That is such a huge loss. And you mentioned it, Liam. Columbus's inexperience at fullback. KCK, beautiful tackle made on him. But being yourself, Liam, like, it's a big job playing fullback. You know that at all aspects and levels of the game. And there's so much to learn. Kai Foa there. Strong run. He breaks one. The props are going crazy tonight. And it's an ankle brack there. And that's not even a prop. It's an outside back. I apologize. Now they're 15 out. Now they go left. It's Mahanu Olu brought down there in the left-hand upright. It's third tackle now. They're going to come right. And it's going to be Maiava. Plays it inside. KCK. There's the fullback at his absolute best. Kane Chapman Kenny. A beautiful try there from the Panthers, number 1.
Yeah, that's an absolutely great try from Kane Chapman Kenny. That is absolutely brilliant work. Splitting the middle, splitting them right open with the inside ball was great work from the half there at Penrith. And yeah, it's Penrith take the lead. It's well deserved here. They've really fought back these last 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, Liam, fullback is such a specialist position, and it takes a special kind of player to be able to fulfill the role to its absolute maximum potential. What are the little aspects of Johnny Columbus's game that you're sort of seeing right now that he might be lacking in, that he would really need to improve on these coming weeks if he wants to be able to remain there?
Yeah, Johnny Columbus, his inexperience, as I mentioned, it'll take him time to, I think, really get used to this position. I'm not sure if the Bulldogs even have anyone else that's really had that SRL experience at fullback. So, yeah, I think it will take him time, but Johnny Columbus, I'm sure he's the right fit. Moana knows what he's doing.
Rusty Shackelford now, just outside that 10-metre line. And Liam Ryan there treading water lightly when it comes to giving a comment on somebody else's team selections. Love to see it, Liam. You're respecting the captain. Mahanu Olu there now, just up on the 20. It's third tackle. Going to come right, and it's going to be Stremend and Ollie short ball to Maiava. And Maiava was the one who did set up that try. The inside ball there to KCK, already showing some combinations building there for those two players. Fifth tackle it is, 27.5 meters gained, and the big kick here from Dom Stremend and Ollie. Definitely not what was needed, and here's another Maiava with the ball, running it up into the meat of the Panthers' defense right through the middle, and a long spread now. Moana, he just throws a shocker of a ball straight to Hendrik Lind, and that is absolutely just so demoralizing if you're a Bulldogs fan.
Oh, that's got to hurt if you're out there as a Bulldogs player. It's just a bit of Moana, like, he can't do too much there. He's just trying to find the extra ball and trying to split the line open with his class, and yeah, it just makes an unforced error. It's a bit unfortunate for Damo.
Third tackle now up on the halfway. They're going to send it off left. Morrison driving upfield. Still got a lot of pace in his step here. A lot of energy still left to burn off for that second half. It's Stremend and Ollie linking up with KCK. And he beats the original defender being brought down on that 30-meter line. Fifth tackle, and talking about second half, 10 minutes to go in this first one until the second one lights before your eyes. And here comes Bunty Cambolo for a solid return. Brought down just up over the 10-meter line. It's first tackle now. They're going to go left, and it's going to be Damien Moana once again running the ball. He loves it, but this time he holds on to it, not trying to throw the awkward pass away. And it's going to be Chris Lord, a good fend. Very strong fend there from the lock. Third tackle now. Is he able to turn the tide of this game? Cameron Hodgson, the only try scorer for the Bulldogs so far in this first half. Fourth it is. Maybe they'll try and turn it with an early kick. It won't be a 40-20. Joseph Jackson realizes he holds on to it. Just going to get a few extra meters here for this fifth tackle option, and the kick will come off the boot here off Jack Tedesco. And Tedesco, they're being brought down. KCK. Oh, beautiful tackle there made on him. Just being held inside of that 30-meter line. The Panthers thinking that their fullback was about to go coast to coast, but he's wrapped up well. But he's looked likely, and I wouldn't be surprised if you do potentially see that later in the evening. So KCK once again trying to find the backfield, and he is looking for an offload, but he's just holding on to it. Third, they come left, and it's going to be Kai Foa. He had a brilliant run earlier, and he's backing it up to the centre. Beautiful carry. Having a good game so far. Kai Foa Now they come left. Short ball. Mahanu Olu. The offload back to Domstrom-Andinoli, but the outside defence scrambling well and pushing up with their inside, making their tackles. Now it's 5th. And 8 points of difference. The kick here from Kamene. Straight into the breadbasket. Kembolo for the return. Trying to go around the defenders, but he's brought down in a beautiful tackle there by Kamene, the men who kicked the ball downfield. Oh, Columbus gets levelled. Rusty Shackelford just giving it to the fullback. Now they go left. Moana. Short ball off to Oos Willis. And they're really missing their starting middles by the looks of it. The Bulldogs, they're not really having much of an impact. Now it goes back to Columbus. He gets a step away, but he's wrapped up pretty quickly there by the defense of the Panthers. 4th, short side, and it's going to be Smith, but he's not going to go far. Brought down 23 metres gained in this set. A very, very disappointing set there with the ball in hand. The Bulldogs, I'm sure that they'd love to do better with the kick. And Lord delivers a pretty solid kick. KCK for the kick return. Here he comes. It's KCK at his absolute best. He's necking out with Columbus. Can he hold it with him? 10 to go. And Columbus bringing him down 5 metres short here of the goal line. But the Panthers on the front foot. They're still getting onside the Bulldogs. They come left the short ball. Mahanu Olu. 2 get into the tackle to bring him down. They're flat on the left. Lind goes there. Sinclair now in front of the sticks. Brought down 3rd. Panthers in the red zone. Can the Bulldogs hold on? The long ball short off here to Jacob Morrison. 4th tackle it is, and the set out to the left again. Stromandinoli calling for it. He sends the pass. No, he holds on to it. He had his winger unmarked. 62 metres gained, and it's going to be set up for this 5th tackle option. In the ruck was Domstrom-Andinoli. Sinclair steps up. Mahanu Olu, and the forwards combine. It's just the forwards knife for the Panthers. They're just linking up, marching one by one. And this time it's Mahanu Olu's turn for a beautiful try.
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant, Eddie. The 2 forwards linking up with a brilliant kick. Mahanu Olu, that was absolutely brilliant work on the grubber from Lachlan Sinclair. And yeah, the Panthers are in again. They've been absolutely dominant towards the end of this first half, and this lead's absolutely justified.
Oh, absolutely. You know, they started off a bit shaky, conceding their first try, but they've really turned it around, and they got their superstars involved. And they've really stepped up. Lonnie Lawrence, KCK as well, especially. His kick returns have really been beneficial. And Liam, you've sort of noticed the kicks from where the Bulldogs were kicking from slowly crept deeper and deeper inside their own half, allowing the Panthers to turn around and chase and start with good field position. This is where the strides come from. It's a brilliantly worked, these past 10-15 minutes from the Panthers has been so well worked, the game management and the way that they defended. And I just hope that people who are able to see that appreciate it for just how beautiful of a side it is in rugby league to see that. I'm sure the skipper does as well for the Panthers, because they're playing some very good football at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are playing absolutely brilliant football. John Boy Mayava, he's set up a brilliant side, and he'd be so proud of what his side's been able to do in these first few rounds, so especially tonight.
And that's going to be the inside ball. KCK once again unable to break that tackle there. I believe that's Oos Willis there with the strong one. Now they come back down the short side, trying to link up here with Kai Foa. And he's broken the line a few times so far in this first half, not on that occasion. Bulldogs are looking to finish with the ball for this first half. And I'm sure that they'll love a try, but Sinclair puts in a beautiful kick, bounces up perfectly. Columbus with the ball in hand. Oh, look who's there, the skipper. He's not able to take him in goal, but that is an amazing tackle there by John Boy Mayava. The short ball now after Chris Lord, straight through. Look who's turning tail now and just trying to get his boys back onto the front foot. Chris Lord, what a player he is. Now they come right. They can play back onto the inside. Columbus just needs to beat KCK. Here comes Mayava up on the inside. And he turns Columbus into his teammate there in KCK. Short ball there to Hodson now. Panthers, I'm sure that they would not want to concede a try here. Bulldogs fans, they're screaming for one through the television set. Columbus out the back to Moana. Moana trying to find the backfield. Brought down just inside of that 20-metre line in the red zone. 71 metres gained for the Dogs. The switch play at the back, and it's going to be the bomb from Joseph Jackson. Landing in no man's land. Nobody is going to be able to find a try from that. Columbus gets brought down. And there'll be one more play here from the Panthers. They're going to hand it off to Sabatua. Breaks one tackle. What a way to finish off the half. He breaks one. He gets brought down up on the halfway. We'll see you very shortly here for the second half. And a beautiful welcome back here to the second half, SRL fans. Going into the sheds at home. The Panthers putting together a clinic of a first half against their opposition here, the Bulldogs. At the foot of the mountains here in Penrith. They've made the road inland, and I don't think that they've liked what they've found so far, the Bulldogs. But they've got the next 40 minutes to try and reignite this game and turn it back around. And we analysed some of their play at halftime, and Chris Lord making 22 tackles, 109 kicking metres, a lock forward, playing his guts out. He shouldn't have to do that much work. They really, really do need to get their footy on here, the Bulldogs. They really do. The spine need to come together. The hooker, the fullback. Thomas Wallace has been put on at second row. That's an interesting call on my behalf. You've got one of the top 5 hookers in the league and a brilliant lock as well at times. And you put him on at second row. I'll leave that one for the week to unfold to discuss. Liam, your thoughts on the first half and how both sides conducted themselves? And my co-commentator might just still be napping after that first half. So now it's going to be Slugger there, brought down just on that 40-metre line. Second tackle. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We'll try and wake him up. Filippo Gould now straight through. He had one of those in the first half. He held on to it, but this time trying to find some points. They're getting desperate, the Bulldogs, early, and they throw away an error. Morrison now, straight through. Just needs to beat the fullback. Jacob Morrison. He passes to the winger. Kamene is going to be brought down. And he does well to stay in the field to play it. Second tackle outside of the 20-metre line. 3.5 minutes gone in the first half. The short ball off to Morrison. He passes it out the back, and it's 6 again, called by the referee. Inside the 20. They go right. The ball underneath to McLaughlin. And McLaughlin brought down there just inside the 10. Now they go left. Out the back, Ben Cummins. Very well defended there by the edge defense of the Bulldogs. Now it's second tackle on the 10-metre line. They go right. Stromandinoli driving, brought down short. It's third now. Here we go. The Panthers. Are they going to open the scoring for the second half? Sinclair. It gets picked up by Tedesco, and he's off to the races. But look who's there to bring it down. It's Lonnie Lawrence. What a play from the forward. In Columbus now, going out of dummy half, breaking one tackle. And that run there from Lonnie Lawrence to get Jack Tedesco was absolutely brilliant. On the treadmill, the big man, but he just did enough with those long strides, slowly slowing down. And here we go. Second it is. Moana straight through. Pass back onto the inside for Lord. The offload to Johnston. And they really need to find some points with their starting prop rotation back on. Held and tackle. You don't want to go for the 2 here, and it's a good call by the captain, realizing that they need points. They're going to go right, and back to Filippo Gould, brought down to just on that 10-metre line. Tedesco, going to pass it left. The short ball from Lord, off to... Oh, Joseph Jackson! His play got hit off the ball, but it goes backwards, called the referee, and he takes advantage of the situation, just playing to the whistle there. Brilliant try from Joseph Jackson.
It was brilliant from Joseph Jackson, brilliantly running onto the ball, anticipating that his teammate's going to get knocked off the ball, and he picked up the crumbs and scored a crucial try for the Doggies.
Yeah, absolutely, and the Panthers got too hot, got too cocky, and they're own deep inside of the opposition half. They're about 5 metres out. And they're just throwing the ball like it's a bomb. They're playing hot potato with it, where they had plenty of tackles up their sleeve, and this is what it led to. 18 points to 10. The Bulldogs is a very good call not to go for the 2 there, hey, Liam.
Yeah, absolutely. If they went for the 2 there, it could have stuffed their game, to be honest. Yeah, they're even early doors, like taking the 2 there, and instead of having those 6 points, yeah, would have hurt them.
Huge call there from the skipper. And I was saying they want to take advantage with their starting forward pack on the field. It's clearly shown there in the first half. After that first 20 minutes, when Oos Willis and and our company alike came on. They really just lost their middle ground, and Mayava goes into touch, flirting with the sideline. His opposing winger just did enough there to take him out. Oh, just enough. Unfortunately went to touch there for them. And they're just up on the halfway now. I'm going to hand it off back to Sinclair. Strong tackle there by the Bulldogs. First now, they come right. It's going to be Carl Lewis driving it up, brought down on that 35-metre line. It's second tackle. They go left, and it's going to be Stremendinoli. Off here to Ben Cummins. And Cummins now just here for third tackle. 8.5 gone the first half. Here comes KCK trying to find some ball. He's got some speed. He beats the fullback. He goes for the line. KCK at his absolute best.
Yeah, that's an absolutely sensational try for Kane Chapman Kenny. I believe that's number 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, Eddie, but that is absolutely sensational work, and that's a fullback at his best, and arguably the best fullback in the game right now. That is just sensational for Penrith.
Well, we all remember what KCK did last time he was at the Panthers. Liam, that was your time when you were heavily involved in the SRL. He pretty much dragged them to their first final series. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Liam's having a bit of a think on that one, but last time that KCK was at the Panthers...
No, he definitely did, and he's been a big part of this Penrith.
And it's good to see him back there. It's, you know, he had his time and he had his fun at Manly, captaining the premierships and all of that, but he's come back to where I feel like Manly fans, you know, they appreciate him for all that he did, but I feel like when it comes to a storyline and it comes to an effect that a player has on a club, I think that there's no better story in the SRL than what KCK has done for Penrith in that one season. There's no better story of what he did on the field in a perspective. He honestly just brings a whole new face, but also a whole new way of playing rugby league, and the amount of work and the courage and just the effort plays that he has. That try there just absolutely speaks volumes of what he is. And a beautiful run here from the forwards now. And you just tell, once he's on, everyone else just wants to play for him. Beautiful run from the prop. Now they're going to send it down the short side here. Morrison linking up here with Kamene into the backfield. A strong run. The outside backs here coming in to do some work. 49 metres gained here for them. And now they're 30 out. They're going to put it into the pocket. It's going to be the punt downfield from Dom Stremendinoli. Not the best of kicks. Picked up by Kobe Johnston. And they might be able to use that not best of kicks there from Stremendinoli to their advantage. Filippo Gould getting in the way of a pass, looking to try and spread at the Bulldogs, but unsuccessful. Second, they go left. The short pass off to Thomas Wallace, playing at second row, being driven back there. Not really having much of an effect. It's third now. Tedesco goes right. Jackson, he finds who he's looking for this time. Filippo Gould, who's had a brilliant first half. He offloads back to the hooker. And Tedesco coming off a brilliant international series with Wales. He did a brilliant job at that number 9 spot. 19 metres gained. The Dogs not making very many metres in this set, but they're going to try and find a good kick. No, they're not. That is absolutely terrible. And they're letting the Panthers back into their own end once again. Sinclair now, driving it up just inside of that 30-metre line. It's first tackle. They're going to go left here. Lonnie Lawrence straight through. He's already got one. Can he get a second? Oh, yes, he can. The prop forward. Lonnie Lawrence dragging Johnny Columbus to the try line. He would not be denied.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant from Lonnie Lawrence. He's got a double as well now. KCK, we mentioned, got a double earlier in this one, but now the vice-captain, Lonnie Lawrence, with a huge double here. Absolutely brilliant work from the VC of Penrith.
And it shows you the class of the two leadership sides. KCK, Lonnie Lawrence, just stepping up. Both players within leadership positions at the club and also having wealths of experience within the game. And Lonnie Lawrence over for 2 tries. A brilliant try, that second one it was. I'm sure that there's going to be a highlights compilation and Play Med content coming up too. With the music, get loud and proud, you Penrith fans, because your vice-captain is absolutely just torturing the middles here of the Bulldogs. Now it's Moana, just back up on the halfway. 25 minutes gone here in this first half. My apologies, 15. And KCK is going to offload the ball back to Lonnie Lawrence. And he wants more. 3 needed to bring him down there. Just up on the 20. They go right. And it's going to be Carl Lewis flat-footed. A bit disjointed there, the Penrith spine. But they'll come back together here for their second tackle. Short ball there to Maiava. John Boy doing his part now. Up over the 30. Slow play the ball. They're going to come back down the short side. And it's a strong defense here from the Bulldogs. Just holding them into that 40-meter zone. It's 4th tackle. They're going to go back to the skipper now and Maiava. And John Boy brought down over the halfway. 5th tackle. 30 points to 10. A bit of a score has accumulated against the Dogs here, and that's going to help. Turnover up on the halfway. This is where they might want to start trying to claw this deficit back. And they spread the ball straight away too. Kembolo brought down there by KCK. 35 out from their own line. And here we go. Slugger now. Brought down on the 30. 5 meters gained in that set play there. And Chris Lord now going for a run. Lord. Chris Lord. No one coming up in support. He has to hold on to it. It's 3rd tackle. The Bulldogs. They're going to go right, and it's going to be Moana. Gets leveled. Lawrence just sends him to bed. Good night, Damien Moana. And Hendrik Lynn runs off to the 35-meter line. What a shot. If we could get a replay on that one, it's going to be, honestly, it could be replayed as a lullaby because he got put straight to sleep.
Oh my God, what a hit from Lonnie Lawrence. He is having an absolute blinder. Is he having the best game I've ever seen? Because this is brilliant from Lonnie.
And there's another run from Lawrence. Best game of the career to date here for him. Now they're up on the 20. Surely he gets a 3rd try, but they've got Morrison out to the left, and that's where they're going to send it. And Morrison there. Grab a kick try to Lawrence. Who knows? The bomb goes up in the air and it lands 10 meters short. Gets taken by Columbus. Very well done there from the fullback. The Bulldogs just holding on. Up on the 20-meter line now. They're going to go right. Jackson plays it short underneath. And brought down on that 30 here now. It's 3rd tackle. They're still driving here. They're going to go for the switch play, trying to get out of their own end. It's a good play to Columbus, but he gets brought down straight away. The inside defense here of the Panthers is very, very well. It holds up strong. Wallace now at the carry. And only 34 meters gained here for the Bulldogs. Once again, not really the set that they're going to be looking for. They need to put together a better kick. Moana stands up this time and does so. Oh, hang on. It goes back here off the winger, Vivali Lengawa, but he finally collects it on his own in goal. Comes out to the 20-meter line. And the Panthers with the ball in hand with 20 minutes to go. Fresh props on the field. Just up on that 30-meter line now. Set out to the left. Stramandanoli links up there with Kai Foa. Back on at the prop position now. 3rd tackle. They come right. The short ball from Morrison off to Sabbath Tuua onto the field. 45 out from their own line. The Panthers are going to go left, and they're going to link up here with KCK. Trying to find the backfield. Brought down well by some inside defense there, but he leaves one Bulldogs defender in his wake. And Cummins, Stramandanoli to bomb it downfield and to be taken here by Bunty Kambolo. He needs a good kick return here. Bunty, he turns KCK inside out. Left, right, good night. The ankle tap, trying to slow him down. It might be enough for the Chasers to catch up at Penrith, and yes, it is. The try saver there on the inside came with a good ankle tap as well, but the Bulldogs hunting some points. It's Cameron Hodgson now. Maiava gets in around the legs, brings him to ground. They come down this right-hand side, inside to Columbus. The defense is beautiful. Left hand to the upright. They go left. He absolutely overruns him. Thomas Wallace finds a crash dive try.
Yeah, that's a brilliant try from the Bulldogs back rower. I believe that's Connor Bruce out there that overran that ball, and yeah, the Bulldogs get a bit. It might be a consolation try here, but you never know. This could kick back the comeback that they're looking for.
Yeah, playing the front man there, the Bulldogs. It was a beautiful ball there, dummy off there from Jack Tedesco. He's got that in him coming into the second half with already 1 try assist, add a second to his name. And failed conversion there, Damian Moana. He already missed 1 kick. He's missed a second now. Conversions could be the difference here between who wins tonight, Liam.
Yeah, it certainly could be, Eddie. But yeah, it's a little bit too early to tell. But yeah, I think that the Bulldogs still have some work to do to be able to get to where Penrith are.
And it all came down to a beautiful individual run there from Bunty Campbell. Got them in that field position, put the Panthers onto the back foot. They weren't able to reset and get the defensive line back together. Slugger now with a beautiful carry. Gets brought down there by a beautiful tackle there by, I believe, Ben Cummins. Now they go right. Moana just holding on to it. Well, now they're back down in this field position. They're set out deep to the left. Tedesco decides to go for a run. He puts a shimmy on the defensive line and he went straight through. Brought down 25 out now. It's 4th tackle. 15 minutes to go in the second half. Hodgson. And I hands it off to Cameron Smith. And it'll be brought down on that 15-metre line. 66 metres gained here now. In the pocket it goes. Joseph Jackson, the bomb in the air. They need some chases here, and they're not able to get any there. KCK takes it nonchalantly with the one-arm grab.
Yeah, that's brilliant stuff from KCK. Again, he's under not much pressure, but he's just got the ability to put one hand out and take it cool, calmly, and collected.
And Rawiri Kamene there with a strong carry now. 35 out from their own line. The Panthers, they're going to shift it around to Kai Fowl, trying to find the backfield. Brought down on that 40-metre line. It's second tackle. Set out deep to the right. They're going to try and link up here with KCK once again. Not able to do anything, though. Brought down. Just outside of that 40, it's third tackle. Left they go. Lewis, short ball, Maiava. Handled well there. Thomas Wallace meeting him there, getting up in the face. And left they go now, the Panthers. Lewis, Strandinoli brought down on that 40-metre line. 10 inside of the Bulldogs half. Panthers there, probably one of their most non-energetic sets of the game. Cummins punting it downfield. Columbus for the kick return. Not going anywhere. Brought down inside of that 20-metre box. That's where the Panthers want them. They're going to try and use their defence here to win them out the game by the looks of this, Liam.
Yeah, Penrith, they're just trying to muscle up and hold on here. Not really trying to score any more points, just using their defence to finish this one off.
A beautiful carry, and he's on at Lockett right now, and you're already seeing the effect that he's having. Moana now, short ball to Columbus. Driving there just inside of that 40-metre line, 4th tackle. They're up over the halfway, the Bulldogs. They go left, short ball from Moana off to Hodgson. And John Boy Marva comes in around the legs, brings him down on the 35. It's 5th tackle, 11 and a half to go here in the second half. Can the Bulldogs find a comeback? They need to find some points soon. That kick isn't going to help them because Kamene is going to try and find the backfield. But he gets brought down well. Now they come back right. There's some space here for Jacob Morrison, but he gets closed up quickly by the Bulldogs. Very well done. Hendrik Linden there at dummy half. He's going to look left, but he comes right with the ball. Strandinoli plays it off short to Lonnie Lawrence. Back onto the park. He's already got 2. Can he find 3 now, Lonnie? Now they go left. It's going to be flat-footed Morrison. My apologies. And it's going to be 4th tackle. The Panthers with the ball up on the halfway. They go right. Out the back here to KCK. Not going to do much with it there, Kane Chapman-Kenny. 30 metres gained once again. Their sets are slowly dulling off here, the Panthers. But have they got enough in the tank just to hold on and to stop this comeback the Bulldogs might be lurking on? $15 out from their own line. They go right. Jackson, short ball out the back to Tedesco, but he's not able to find any love there. They go left. Johnston, short ball. Maiava trying to find something. They're searching for it here, the Bulldogs, but they're not able to find any answers. The Panthers just holding on well. Short ball to Wallace. But look who's there to meet him. Marvey, he handled Hodgson earlier in the night, and they tried to bring Wallace on to try and find some spark on that left edge, but it has been unsuccessful. Hodgson, we're just talking about him, and here he goes. The offload, back to Slugger. And now they're inside the 10-metre line. It's fifth tackle. Bulldogs, you would love a try right here. Moana puts in the grubber. They need some numbers. He picks up his own ball and he gets brought down metres short. Turnover. 6 tackles set here for the Panthers deep inside their own half. And now just 15 out from their own line. Second tackle. Panthers go right. Lonnie Lawrence straight through. The offload back here to Carl Lewis. Oh, Lewis turns the fullback inside out, and he's off the old number 7. He doesn't have the legs that he used to, though. Third tackle now. They come right. They got KCK back on the inside. KCK winding it back up. And Columbus brings him down well. It's fourth tackle. They're set out to the right-hand side. They might look for the centre here in Connor Bruce, but he's not going to go anywhere. It's fifth tackle, 82 metres gained. A very good set here from the Panthers. Can they find a try to solidify the victory? Lawrence, he puts the crossfield bomb up. The chasers are there for both sides. Gets taken by Cummins. Brought down metres short. And they're going to back their defence here. The Panthers trying to just limit the Bulldogs' touches in good field position.
Yeah,
6 minutes to go, Liam.
Yeah, it says not long left now for the Bulldogs.
Oh, there's Lottie's third! He gets absolutely hammered! And talking about hammers, he's just laid down not 1, but 2, but 3, Lawrence, and he celebrates it.
Oh, have a night. Lonnie Lawrence. A hat-trick, son. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh.
He deserves every bit of this. This is absolutely brilliant from the Penrith vice-captain. Oh, my word.
And it was the big hit, Sabbath Tour, and he's celebrating there with his vice-captain too. What a performance from Penrith. What a performance. Coming up to 5 to go, Stremendinoli converts, 36 points to 14. And if you're the Bulldogs right now, Liam, what is there anything you could look for? You know, maybe the stats might tell us a different story at halftime, but they've had a few glimpses in this second half, but it's just been mainly more individual brilliance.
Yeah, I think that largely here they're just going to try and close out this game. Not any more damage for their for and against. Try and think. Oh,
how can you let Kaya Foa do that to you? That's crazy. Kaya Foa is just cooking up a storm in the middle. He's cooking some Bulldog here this evening by the looks of that. And here he goes again, Kaya Foa with the ball, short of the halfway. They just come out with a mentality, this final 15 here, the Panthers. Short of the 40-metre line, it's fourth tackle, they go left, and the short ball from Morrison. Just 35 out here from their own line. They're going to put it into the pocket. It's going to be Stremandinoli punting it. Moana